so I've got to fix that anyway. You made it. You scraped it and now it wants something.
My bad.
Look what you did.
Well, stop scratching the shit out of your friggin' ankles.
Well, it's because I got mossy bites.
It's called vinegar.
Does that even work?
Yes. Surprisingly.
Hi.
Oh, Don's is on.
Don's is on. Was that
He's
good?
gonna freak out. I've been out twice.
I
And
know.
like, outside.
I've changed him.
I've been out in public
I know, I'm sorry.
twice in 2 weeks.
Sorry.
Hey, Dons. Piss pot. No, I'm not. That's all.
Still isolating. I feel you. We went. What are you chewing on?
3D apprenticeship.
Stop chewing it.
Yeah, we feel you, mate. We've been there.
Hello.
Oh, for fuck's sake, is this what? Yeah, the Wi-Fi's playing up again. Hi, Cat. Yeah, Sebastian's there.
Just chewing stuff as per usual, as cats do.
I wonder how they seal them in there.
I don't know.
Because they've got there. They're just Ziploc bags, and they're
I don't know.
what are they? 2, 4, 6,
I just
8.
want to scratch it.
Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, okay, I got enough. I ordered the right amount.
I just want to scratch.
Yeah, for some reason our Wi-Fi's playing up yet again. It's not ours. Tim's was doing it the other week as well. But no, we're not a piss. I'm not a piss pot. We just went out. Last week we went out. I took Dana out for dinner. As part of the conditions that she set forth for some unknown reason. I can't remember what it was.
Because he wasn't taking me out ever. And I wasn't okay with that. So, and I know you don't like going out. So I made it the rule that I understand that you don't like going out. I respect that. But once a month you have to take me out. So.
Yeah, so we went out for dinner last week. Oh, look, there's a Russian. Not Russian. It might be Russian. Spam bot. Watching two-way radios. Yes, don't go down that fucking rabbit hole. I've already gone down there. And then I've just bought some new stuff. Lots of new stuff.
What is he?
He always does it. Like
What's that
a
for?
mini knife. We do once a month dinner. Yeah. I got hugged 3 times tonight. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Wasn't my fault.
And I didn't fucking like it at all. And last week I got hugged twice when we went out. It is your fucking fault.
I didn't do anything.
It's your twin's fault.
I didn't do anything though.
But yeah, Dons, honestly, once you start down that poor thing. Yeah, once you start down that rabbit hole of okay, it's just arrived today.
And blunt.
Yes, I need to sharpen. Oh, wait, I'm unloading keys here.
Well, you could
I'm
pass
doing
me
my
the
version
knife.
of an unlock and unpacking stock of like Jason does.
Let me give myself a haircut.
No.
I'm getting really annoyed because I haven't had my hair this
Can
long
you
in
cut?
ages.
Not me. The fucking no. The bag where it's sealed. I need the next lot of keys out.
It's not sharp at all.
No, I'll have to sharpen it. I'm doing my version of unpacking stock like Jason SC Lock and Key does. I'm playing with the UHF. Yeah. I got a 80 channel one in the Ute. Yeah, it's an 80 channel in the UHF. I have an 80 channel. It's actually less than that because the emergency channels they left off the CB radio, off the handheld one up in the kitchen, and I've got my 2A the ham radio up in the it's in my EDC bag. I get a little sharpener. I'm going to sharpen that because that's terrible. I suppose that's what happens when you buy knives, just because you see a mini little folding karambit. It doesn't fold. I just wanted
Not even a karambit.
Oh, it is because it's got the hole and a curved blade. The fuck are you doing, Kat?
No idea.
But anyway. So, yeah, it was the same. Part of the agreement, we go out once a month, although we've been out twice this month.
Only because he didn't take me out in November and December.
Bowfangs, honestly, different subject. Bowfangs, for their price. Someone said to me, why don't you just go and buy, because I mainly listen to it for, as a scanner.
LW5s.
Yes. So I mainly listen to it as a scanner. And someone said to me, why don't you just go and buy a scanner? And I'm like, well, a scanner, you're looking at $300. $400-500 plus. That's for a really cheap, nasty one. Or a Bowfang, you're looking at $50, $55, depending on where you get it from. Sometimes cheaper. And it does the same thing. And I'm like, but in an emergency, I have the ability to get a freaking. In an emergency situation, I'm able to communicate out with it. So it makes more logical sense in the long run. It's more efficient to buy a Bowfang radio, like the UV5R or the UV10R, like I've got, than buying a scanner just for that reason. It makes more sense. But I've been ordering in some keys because I have I'm going to be, as I state, I'm going to be uploading onto the website very soon and start doing space and depth keys for LW5s. KS1 or KW1, whatever you want to call it, quick sets, and the TE2s with Greensboro. So I'm going to be uploading them so we can actually start doing space and depth keys, as I said in the last video, last live. So I'm ordering in some stock. Just waiting on some quick set keys to come in. Upside to that. What else have I bought lately? Oh, that over there.
More shit.
No.
Yeah.
Like what?
That thing.
The knife.
Yeah.
It's $8. And it said karambit. I collect karambits. Why not? And I've gone for my 5 viewers down to 2.
Does that mean I get to buy more crystals?
Yes, I've always said you could. Just don't spend my money on them.
Pardon?
Just don't spend my money on them.
Why?
Because I said so. So yeah, but anyway, we go out tonight. Can you get my hat back? You got your own. We go out so that we can listen to Dana sing karaoke, which I should have videoed and put up on YouTube.
No.
And that, so we went out to listen to that.
It sounds so lame when you put the karaoke part in front.
And I'm sitting there and get introduced to one of your friends.
Which one?
The one that I've got to go do a job
Terry.
for. So a guy called Terry comes up and introduces himself and turns to Dana and he goes, oh, you might be able to help me. Car key. This one's all broken. Can you fix it? And I'm like, make a model? Oh, yep. Alright. I'll let you know next week. I'll get it organised for you. So I just bought and ordered the new key to replace this one so I can fix it for him. Because the internals work great. It's just the cases all broken and stuff and can't get one. Like, it's alright. Got one on the way. And then he goes, oh, you might also be able to help me. Can you replace locks? And I'm like, I can replace locks, yes. He's like, because I need locks replaced. And I'm like, well, locks are in good condition. I can just rekey them. He goes, okay. Cool.
I just realised the silver hairs on your head are poking out of your hat, and they're the only hairs that poke out.
Yep. I know, I'll do that on purpose. Someone else has dropped out. Might be the internet connection. I don't know what's going on with this. But
what does that mean?
there's only one person watching according to this.
Does that mean that's us?
Could be. Don's got jumped off for a second, or something could be going on. I don't know. Something weird's happening with our Wi-Fi anyway. So yeah, now I've got a rekey job next week as well. So go out for a nice time and end up getting... You reversed your camera. No, I haven't reversed it. Same as always.
Pretty much.
But yeah. So now I've got a rekey job next week. I've got to do.
My hair's annoying me. You sure I can't cut it all
Yes.
off?
So yeah, go out for dinner and I get jobs lined up. So I'm chasing Psycho Cats make a job. But anyway, so yeah, I've got a rekey job coming up next week. Well, about 3 locks, 4 locks possibly. I have a... What else other job? Locksmith style work that I have. I got to go to a rekey on another house.
It's actually, I think, cut a key for a lock or something, I think.
Yeah, rekey or cut a key for another lock. So I got another job. So I got possibly 2 rekeys next week. Possibly cut a key. I got to recut keys for the rekey job. I've also got to go and do a couple of wafer locks, which you got to finish organising that with your brother. Got to go and possibly I'm just going to do a site read. So I've got to go and fix some wafer locks because they don't have for Windows and they don't have keys for it, isn't it?
Stop turning it.
Isn't it? No key for the window locks for your brother's mum. Yeah. So I'll probably, more than likely, just to make it interesting and a bit more fun and hopefully it'll work.
Ow.
I'll be going and doing a site read.
It. You have a comfy chair, I don't. I need to rest my foot somewhere comfy.
I'll be doing a site read and cut. So hopefully be able to cut some working keys for the window locks for her. As a site read. So I've got to practice a little bit more at that. Which would be awesome. So yes, Don, so I'm not flat out doing some lock work, but it's starting to pick up a little bit, and hopefully once the word gets around that I'm starting to do little things like this, more than like, well, hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed, it'll pick up and pick up and pick up, and I'll start prostituting some more keys and prostituting some more work out of myself, and making a bit of money. So fingers crossed. And you're just going to get me freaking copyright claimed.
October 24th.
Bitch! But I wish I was flat out doing lock work. I really do. It beats doing 17-hour shifts at work. So got home, went to work. I was at work at 2 o'clock yesterday. And then I left work at 7:15 this morning. And then come home and I went to sleep. Well, actually it was 7:30 by the time we left work. I come home, I went to sleep at 9 o'clock, and we woke up at... Well, I got up at 1 o'clock, then I went back to bed at 2 o'clock, and then woke up at 4:30. Yeah, 17-hour shift with no break is a long bloody shift, but when you're short everywhere, someone's got to do it. Pay will be good. It means I get to get more pay, which means I get to buy more equipment, which means I get to do more work for locksmithing.
Oh, Keanu Reeves is doing Ghost Rider for his next film.
Who?
Really?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nicolas Cage fucked the first 2 Ghost Rider movies.
But he might be able to fix them.
It is Keanu Reeves. He's pretty good.
He's fucking
so, yeah. Hopefully this will start picking up and I'll be able to do more of this and the lectures and, well, that's one of the reasons why I went out tonight. And I've been pushing myself out of my comfort zone and going out into public spaces is to build up my tolerance of people. Mr. Cage is being blacklisted. He fucking deserves it.
Who?
Nicolas Cage. He was alright, like Con Air, he was alright, and then he just kind of went like fucking shit.
I need a cuddle.
No, so, yeah, I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone to be able to do, as my brother said, like, you can't do people, you can't do crowds, so you're going to go doing lectures and presentations in front of people, and I'm like, yeah, I know I've got to build up to that. So I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone so I can start to learn all that, do all that stuff, which means going out and socialising sometimes and making conversations. Sometimes with intelligent people, it's actually quite stimulating conversation. Other times it's listening to fucking drunk people talk stupid shit that's dumb as fuck. But it happens.
He would be perfect for that.
What else have I been working on lately?
As
soon as I finish this upload, yeah, socialising in person is hard, exactly. And when you're meant to be able to do presentations into possibly like 1,000 people over video conference like this, I'll be gold at it.
Maxi Foods are getting 2,000 rat tests will be delivered to Maxi Foods, Ballarat.
We'll have to get some. Live streams like this, if I was to do video conferences with people,
$15 each.
Yeah, that's what we paid last time. It'd be fine. I'd be fucking killing it. Like, poof. But in person, where you actually you can feel people watching you. You can feel people like right here staring at you. It's different. So, yeah. But anyway, once I finish this live stream, I'm going to be uploading a new video as promised, which will actually be a video on the 20 volt mini grinder that I bought. It's not a video of me cutting shit. That will be later on once I video a video of me cutting shit with it to really test it out. But this is like an initial review, initial thoughts on it, and quickly we'll test the cut and shackle. Another thing I've got. Really, you mentioned me in the comment. Yeah. Another thing I've got coming up, which just arrived 2 days ago. I haven't had a chance to test it yet. Hopefully, I will. I've got it sitting over here. Well, I've got a new mould for some silicon crosses. Well, silicon cross mould for a possibly new product later stage. But I ordered and got in a brand new key programmer so I can start doing the car keys and stuff like that. So I've got the SBB Pro 2 that I ordered in. I've realised that's back to front. Which will be hopefully getting used quite a bit with doing car keys, and I'll be able to review it. But you get all your cables, and I don't really need a cigarette port to power it because I mean you power it off the car when you plug it into the car. It's one of those programmers. But I ended up purchasing this now. Spending spree, kinda, but it's all for the business, so it's all good. I got this one. This one is actually quite a bloody. It's according to Dr. Locke and a few other reviews I've read of it and watched of it. This is the best bang for your fucking buck. It really is. Kind of thing. So, and you got to spend money to make money, as they say. I was looking at the brand new state-of-the-art car key programmers that do all the freaking makes and models of cars. All the makes and models of keys and everything, but you're looking at $3,000 for a machine plus a yearly subscription from what I've done the research into it. I'm like, I can't really justify. Just got 2 car keys made to the party for $390. Suzuki wanted $550 plus cutting program. Yeah, so I was looking at the ones that do all makes and models of cars, and you're looking at $3,000 for a machine plus a yearly subscription, and I wouldn't be doing anywhere near enough car keys to justify spending that much at the moment on a car key programmer. So this one here, which you plug into your car and runs, it's the best bang for your buck. It doesn't do all the makes and models of cars. It doesn't do all every single key there is. Some models it'll do up to 2017 models. So some cars they'll do up to 2017 models, which I think is the newest one, 2017. But most of the time, people come up to me and ask if I can do car keys, which usually the key itself is either broken or the case is buggered, and I usually, to keep the prices down for them and stuff like that, I usually just duplicate their key, then switch all the internals across to the brand new key. So that, it saves them a lot of money in the long run. Then they don't have an old key sitting there that's kind of broken. It's all put across into a brand new one. and it saves them money in the long run. So usually I do that, and most of the ones that I get are older cars. So I don't get the brand new cars because most of them are the keyless ones. They're also, they get brand new keys to their cars and stuff like that. They normally get like 2 sets. It's normally the older cars that people have lost the key and they've sold it, and someone else has bought the older model car, and they're like, oh, I only got 1 key for it. Can we get another one cut, kind of thing. So having the older model cars, the programs to the older model cars will work out a lot better. And there'll be that. The Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's playing up. It's going to freeze on there in a second. There, just jump. See? I don't know what's going on with our Wi-Fi here. I've got to contact freaking IINet pricks. So yeah, doing the older model cars will work a lot better in the long run. And then maybe the later stage when I am pimping keys out left, right, and centre, I could justify spending a lot of money for big car key programmer. But at the moment it would be like, someone books in, can you give a key for this make and model of car? I'll check and go, oh yeah, I can do that for you. It'll be, by the time I won't have all the keys in stock because there's no point having like 50,000 fucking keys in stock for all the different makes and models of cars. I'll wait until they put an order in, then I'll actually go, yep, alright, I'll order in the key for you, it'll be a week or something like that. Next week, book it in, I'll come cut it, and yeah. Dipped on the router. Dripped. Shit. Yeah, all Wi-Fi is a freaking pain in the ass. So, yeah, I've been on a bit of a spending spree lately. Most of it is for business stuff, so I can start doing more. Fingers crossed anyway. Isn't that right? So I can leave doing my day job and start.
I'm on and off that nursing. I'm just worried, I think.
Why?
I don't know if I'll be any good. No.
You'll be fine at nursing. You're more caring than I am.
It's not just it's the caring part is fine. It's the needle and everything else part.
What, stabbing people with a needle? You'll be fucking fine at that.
Why? Maybe if they make me.
Tools will be tax deductible. Exactly.
Maybe if I was grumpy.
No, just like, oh yeah. You'll be like, can I stab you with a needle? Can I stab you?
Actually, I could practice on you.
No, fuck off.
Yes, I'll practice on you.
No. Why don't I keep getting friend suggestions on Snapchat?
Who knows?
Hey Walker, what's going on, man? You're just missing, I was just talking about brand new car key program that I got in, and as Don says earlier, spending spree, spending money. Well, get your feet off me.
No.
Spending money to make money.
I'm company.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of shit going on lately. I just finished a 17-hour shift today. Then we went out for drinks and go out for a drink, listen to someone sing at karaoke, and get job offers and end up doing some work. So I got some rekey jobs and some key cutting jobs and stuff like that next week. So I can't go anywhere without picking up work.
Don't complain about it.
I'm not. It's just most people don't go out for a meal or go out somewhere to pick up jobs. People come to you for jobs. You don't go out and then they go, oh, by the way, why? What else did I get him recently? Oh, a little safe cracking bionic ear. I ordered that in just to play with because I thought it was cool. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to offer that and a course as well soon. The courses, yeah, they're underway now, so recording everything for the courses and getting all that set up to start training people, and the presentations. So, yeah, once I've got all that finished and once I've got it organised, I'll let everyone know and just try and get everyone to share it around to try and build it up. Because here in Australia, we don't really have anyone that I know of that does presentations on breaking into stuff and, all the methods of copying keys and stuff like that at security conferences. All the interesting stuff. America, it's bigger than here. There's heaps of people that do it over in America. But I've never really heard of anyone really that does it here. So I'm trying to fill that little niche that, could be here, could not be here. The other thing that I actually worked on, I put up on Instagram the other night because after I did that sight read on the wafer lock and cut my third time. Sorry about that. Yeah, delays for a second. So, yeah, my spacing was off. My depths were perfect, but my spacing was off. And I had this idea pop into my head. I'm like, what if I had a little card with like the approximate spacings for most of the keys that I'll be sight reading? Like, just as a little, thing to have in my pocket. Like, bugger it. So I was mucking around and I took some old business cards and I actually took keys. They just hit a glass beam.
Metal beam that broke the glass.
What a twat. So I took an old business card, back of an old business card, and I actually put keys, like pre-cut key, for example, and I marked right in the middle of all the cuts. So that you can line it up and then just quickly take it, go, it's approximately the cuts, black marker, boom, 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 mark out the spacing, and then your spacing's all set, so then you can just, I could space, like, I'm on the machines, but I'm like, well, if you're out in the field or something, you want to quickly just like, boom, 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 just to begin with, till I actually work out my spacings. Jason at SC Lock and Key has that shit down pat. So does Paul Springett. I was just chatting to Paul Springett about it. He has the sight reads and cutting down pat. He really does. And as he said to me, it's just a matter of practicing. Yeah, it burns blanks. Yeah, I'm going to go through quite a lot in practicing. But if it's another part of the business that I can offer, that, sight reads and for wafer locks and stuff like that. Oh, you need keys cut? Yeah, I'll come read, cut it, done. So, yeah, it just means practicing and burning key blanks, which means I get to order more. I had to put in a big key order anyway.
I'm starting to feel tired now.
Exactly. They do it every single day, Dons. Well, pretty much. Locksmiths do it every day, whereas, people like us, we don't. But it's a great bloody skill to have on hand. So that's why I'm going to focus in and start learning stuff that I can legally do without my locksmith's license. So I can do that. I can rekey. I can install locks. I can do sight reads, key cutting, RFID programming, all that stuff I can bloody do. The only thing I can't do is break into houses or cars, but I won't do automotive anyway. Breaking into cars is, all locksmiths that I've spoken to, they're like, don't do automotive. Cut keys for automotive, that's fine. You can program keys for automotive, that's fine. Don't break into them because that's a whole
It's 1 a.m.
new fucking ball game, which I don't plan on doing anyway. Housing is fine. You're gonna go for a shower.
I'm thinking about it.
You got makeup on, so you have to wash it off.
Yeah.
Alright, you go for a shower.
Okay.
Okay, I'll finish this
Right.
live.
Have fun. It was good seeing all the people that
You can
are-
take that chair out if you want. And close the door.
I could.
You can.
Do I want to?
Yes.
Why?
Because I said so.
Because I love you.
That's that.
That's not.
That's that.
There, I took it out.
Alright. Don says bye, Blaze. Bye. So, yeah, there's work coming up next week. Locks, actual enjoyable work, something I'm excited about. Rekeying. Most locksmiths will be like, fucking rekey job. Rekey job. Not that exciting. And I'm like, yes. I'm finally getting to do something interesting. Something I enjoy doing. I don't mind doing rekeys. So, as long as it's not like a super complicated freaking lock that I've got to try and rekey because I don't have stuff for it. But it does mean I can kind of justify it now. Yes, exactly. Better than wiping asses. It means that now I actually should look at investing in a better rekey kit than what I've kind of got set up. So, for rekeying, I might as well show you. So I'm on a live. Let's make this interesting. Actually, instead of just fucking talking, let's show you some shit. I'll move some stuff out the way. Cause you know me, I'm like Jason. I love organisation. That can go in my pocket. And I have kits made up for each freaking thing. It's just my OCD and the way I like things done, and it's the way it should be done. So I've got like my older key programming stuff, some hacking stuff, RFID stuff, all in one case. I've got photography gear for long range photography and stuff like that. Another case, I've got what I call my break into anything kit sitting over there, which has like air wedges and tools and stuff like that, which I can use for demonstrations for breaking into buildings and, you know, stuff like that. All the fun stuff that I can actually legally show people, like, this is how you can do this and this is how you can do that. I just can't do it and go, oh, $300 for a lockout. I've got my key cutting all set up kind of stuff here. So I've got my machines all portable, the batch pack for it and everything. I've got the inverters and stuff. I've got all my key blanks that I use quite often, all in the case here. And then I've got my tools and other key cutting equipment, spare like blades, bits and everything, plus the tubular key cutters and all that stuff in another toolbox under there. So all my key cuttings in one. And now I can probably invest in a better setup for my rekeying. So my old, got more stuff than Paul, got more stuff than Jason. So my reprinting kit, my rekeying set, I kind of took my old portable studio because I don't use it. It was a great idea, and if I was going around a bit more and doing stuff like that, I'll probably take it with me. But it works way much better now as an actual repinning kit than a portable studio. It's a great idea, and if you like travel, you go around a lot, you're always on business trips, and you want like your home setup of lockpicking to take with you. It's a great fucking setup. But it works better for me as a repinning kit, or rekeying. Let's get my break into anything kit out of the way. So I literally got everything in here, buddy. Air wedges, J-tool, jiggler keys, bump keys, master keys, freaking heavy machinery keys, an endoscope, which I call the lock cam for looking down in locks and everything, plug spinners, tubular key, compression, 4 Tibby picks, and a magic key, Ford locks, which I actually used to get into a Ford, a friend. All that interesting stuff. And my portable repinning lock rekeying setup. Which I'll probably need to go through and reorganise anyway. So I might as well do it while we're on the live. Why not? Because who doesn't love organisation? So right, let's turn these around and have a look down here. Hopefully I'll be able to get it. That should be alright. So yeah, literally like this, and the suitcase I'm turning into like a travelling friggin'... I got a mini lockwood pinning kit, but now I can actually justify spending a couple $100 on a big one, since I'm doing more and more rekeys. So that's going to be like portable training setup. So I get another big case. Let's keep this where I can see it. Yeah, I'll turn my portable studio kind of thing into my rekeying setup, which shit just fucking goes everywhere. Let's go like that. Set that there, set that there. So I have everything that I use when it comes to rekeying locks. Well, nearly everything. Some stuff is going to be coming out of there, because I'm just going to organise it now. So it's actually just an actual organised rekeying kit. I did have set up in here that I could take around for key casting. So if a key was broken or something like that, I could cast the key to yeah. That might be getting kept in here because I don't really need that in the rekeying setup. That can go in lock picking or training. So that'll be getting moved. And I have one preset with polymorph, with clay in it, so that it's good to go. So literally I've got greaseproof paper, baby powder on it, one of my key casting claims that I print and sell, ready to go. So I can put the key in, squish it, it's preset, ready to go. And of course, drag spoon. It's not really. It's actually just a bloody sinker or bullet maker spoon that I use for mountain woods metal. But my re-keying kit, which I'm organising, that can go over there. So I've got pretty much anything I need for re-keying. The vice still sitting in here from my old built in. So if I have to take the lock out and I have to work on the lock and stuff like that, I've got the vice here ready to go. This was, as I was saying, my old portable studio. So having the vice, I can stick my locks in here. It's fixed, it's mounted. I can work on them. It just makes sense. And I'll close this down. I've got, lock lube. Can never have enough lock lube around. I've got a tin here. Then I've got a tin in my break into anything kit. I've got 2 tins over there. Yeah, I've got a couple of tins of this. You go through it quite a bit. When I rekey a lock and put new pins in and stuff, I always put a bit of lubricant. So in here I carry spare driver pins if I need to replace drivers, all different types of springs. Same as in here, I've got drivers for tail pieces, or not tail pieces, the detent pins and everything for, kicks. More springs and springs and springs. This is like, I keep this in the Sparrow's reload kit tin because it just makes sense. So I've got more driver pins, spools, serrators if I want to throw a couple of them in a lock if I'm re-pinning it. Super Cheap Auto Special is always good. I can throw in a couple of spare or a couple of security pins just to up their security. I've got some chests and check pins, I believe they are. Lock noob ones. Can always throw them in the lock. Some Schlade keys. This is from the re-pinning kit. I don't actually use these for anything. But just in case I want to pin up some training locks or something for Schlade, I can do that. And of course, a little follower and their little rubber mats they use for re-pinning. Especially if I have to do a couple of locks at once kind of thing. Instead of just doing one lock at a time, I can mass re-pin or re-key locks. I mean, that's the thing, if the lock is in good condition, so the lock's not beat up, it's not worn out, it's not catching or rubbish, if it's not a shit lock, put it this way, if it's not a shit lock, if a lock, for example, was like, let me find one. I've got fucking plenty of locks sitting here, it's just a matter of finding one. So, I mean, look, if the lock is worn down, it's a piece of shit kind of thing, I'm not going to re-pin it. I'm not going to re-key it. It's not worth. Replace the lock. If the lock's like the warding's all worn down, the lock is just complete and utter junk waste, I'm not going to re-pin it or re-key it. I'm just going to replace it. But if the lock is in the unlock position, for some reason, there we go. If the lock is in really good condition, it's still like brand new. They just need it, they lost the keys or they want to replace the keys. They're given an ex-wife has a spare key, they don't want them to have it anymore. I'll just rekey it. It saves them money in the long run. I'm not going to rip them off by just replacing a lock. If the lock is still in really good condition, or if it's like an antique, vintage lock that they want to keep on the house for some reason, it's still in really good condition, we'll just rekey it. Makes life a lot easier, and it saves them money in the long run. I'm not, just going to start replacing locks willy-nilly. So, yeah, rekey, you know, it makes them happy. It keeps like it's bloody, yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah, so I carry, yeah, all that stuff to do all that. I've got keys in here, pre-cut keys. I've got some for Schlags if I do challenge locks anymore. Some Lockwood keys. So I can rekey to pre-cut keys for padlocks or something like that. House locks, some spare C-clips, tail pieces. That kind of need to be cleaned out and organised and replaced. Repinning kit. Just a little Lockwood one from 0 to 9. I can now invest in a bigger pinning kit. I'm going to be doing a lot more rekeys and stuff. Especially when people find out that, you know, I'm not going to overcharge them and stuff like that. So I can replace all them. Brand new key pins. I've got driver pins, stuff like that are still in really good bloody nick. And stuff. I can actually replace them as well. I also carry in here, which I've got to get some more of. So I can start doing locks. Is some plugs. So the solid brass body. I'm not sure what kit I'm going to buy. I honestly don't know at the moment. I'm thinking of the big one that does like multiple locks, but for Australia. So these are plugs for padlocks, solid brass padlocks that you can't take the core out. They're not interchangeable cores. Or anything like that. So, you know, the old vintage padlocks and stuff, I can drill them out, rekey them, you know, put new plugs in if they want to keep like an old vintage padlock kind of thing. So I always keep some plugs on hand, which I've got to get some more of. Yeah, I'm not sure about repinning kits. I really haven't thought about it. I'm looking at stuff, but yeah. So I'll keep, yeah, some spares and stuff like that in there. That can go in there. Some tools for it, screwdrivers, security bits, some core holders. Go in here, that can go over there. Another little screwdriver set with some little pieces for removing. 93 and 95,000. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got to really look into repinning kits and stuff. So I know there's heaps of different kits out there. I want to find one that tackles like the most common locks we get here in Australia. So Quickset, Lockwoods, or the LW4s, LW5s, TE2s, and Quicksets. I want to get ones that cover all them. The most common ones I'm going to come across. I might as well get kits for that. So yeah, some screwdriver tools for removing bits and pieces. Key pins and drivers and stuff. Just in case I have to, I need to make like a custom length driver pin or a custom key pin for some reason. Always keep like a... Yeah. I know what you meant, Dons. I always keep a length of brass rod just in case I need to, out in the field, make a custom length driver or a custom driver pin or key pin or something like that. Some specialty pin. Yeah, always handy to have a little piece of brass on you just for that reason. And, of course, another little pinning tray. So I've got one built into this case here, which you can fold out and sit on the side here. I got the ones in that case, plus a little wooden one here, which is by Funky Monkey that he made me back for his Fast Draw Monkey. Funky Fast Draw Monkey. It's now Funky Monkey. Well, yeah, it was Funky Monkey. That means a lot to me, so I always carry it around here. And then my Huck Locksmith Tools. It's one of those sets that actually does come in handy. Which I also got to put another piece of equipment in here, which I've got sitting... Shit. Yeah, shit. I was about to do a video on it not too long ago. Oh, there it is. I'll do a video on this, so I can put it in this kit. It's a little shoe for repinning or keying Euro locks. So if you can't, you put it in, holds all the driver pins in place, replace key pins, push it all back in, done. From Locksmith Toolbox, Euro profile top pin holder, rekey tool. I'll do a video on that, and it'll go into this kit. And that one there, that one I don't really like as much. It's from the actual Huck set. But I tell you what, when it comes to repinning locks, rekeying locks, it comes in freaking handy. Shit, come on. Thank you. Press. Yeah, I hate Euro locks as well. They're so much harder to work with than your standard freaking kicks or rim cylinders and stuff like that. So in here, just some basic tools. Pair of tweezers, my very first ever repinning tweezers I ever made and done. Sparrow's gut wrench, honestly, fantastic piece of kit. Definitely worth getting your bloody hands on one. Really is. Some followers that can be used with the tools for actually removing like Euro locks instead of doing the Euro locks, but always helpful to have a couple of different, these are homemade followers. It's always helpful to have a couple of different styles of followers on hand for stuff you never know what kind of keyway you're going to come across or something like that. Shims, different sizes, shims, small, medium and large. Again, very, very handy to have. A quickset smart key tool, little piece of equipment. And the cylinder tool. Or cylinder removing tool, whatever you want to call it. That Jason sent me from SC Lock and Key. This thing works well. I've used it quite a few times. That's why it's in this kit. So, yeah, just basic couple of tools all kept together that I can use to actually, gut locks. Yeah, I've got a wish list that's bloody growing more and more every time. What else is in here? It's another follower that I was using for rolling out clays and stuff, so that can go over there. But yeah, for rekeying kit, which comes in handy, repinning, rekeying, whatever you want to call it. Just a few bits of equipment that's got to be fixed up. Yeah, in this case, works well. It's a metal box, it's going to get beat around, it's going to get thrown around. I'm going to get a way bigger pinning kit as well, since I'm going to be doing more of this. So I can actually do a bit more customized work. But this will tackle quite a few of the locks I come across anyway, in my area. So it's always helpful to have a kit like this. I like the metal because it's all folded up, it's all enclosed. I can beat it around, it can get thrown around, and it's not going to bloody break. So yeah, I just got to add some more stuff to it. And my sticker collection. So I got Bosnian Beals, I got Jason's SC Lock and Keys, I got Lockpicking's Gal, Lock Noob, he sent me some when I was chatting to him, and Sparrow's one. Actually, I believe, Lock Noob actually has one of my old, what I used to make, the wooden pinning trays. I actually sent one to Lock Noob. He never did a video on it, but he's got one. He said it was great, he loved it, he's going to put it in his travelling kit kind of thing that he takes with him. So, yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, that's my rekeying kit. So since I'm going to be doing more of that now, as a service that I offer, we'll be set. You haven't missed that much, Pocket Woman, honestly. Just talking about, took Blaze out. Hey Brian, so I took Blaze out last weekend for a meal and stuff like that. Last week. This week, we went out to karaoke tonight. Took Blaze out for karaoke since I just finished a 17-hour shift. And I actually went out, socialised, and out a couple of beers, chatting with people, and end up picking up some locksmith work, or lock work. So I got, I think it's like 2 rekey jobs next week, plus a car key, plus hopefully be able to get it in. Waiting to hear back. I am doing it. It's just a matter of when. A sight read and cut for a wafer lock for Windows, because I don't have keys for them and stuff like that. So yeah, kind of, and a lot of other stuff. And yeah, you miss Blaze. She's off having a shower now, getting all her makeup off. So yeah, I got that, which I'm going to work on. And as I was saying, I'm going to be uploading a video after this live. I'm going to be uploading a video about the new 20-volt cutter. I also covered my new car key programmer. I will do Pocket Woman. So yeah, new car key programmer and stuff, so I can start doing. I'll do a video on it once I actually get a chance to use it. But plug it in to program car keys. It does Holden, it does Ford, it does Kia, Honda, stuff like that. So yeah, and some of them are up to 2017 models, so it should work. And of course, as I was saying earlier, I'm going to be adding onto the website the space and depth keys for LW5s, which also does LW4, and also TE2s and quicksets, KS1. So I've been ordering in some stock for that, so I can start offering them. So I just got in some LW5 blanks, I've got some quicksets on the way, and I've got to put in a few more orders for some key blanks. So yes, I've been spending more than my fucking pennies. I can tell you that now. And I was watching a live stream of DEFCON 201. So Guys America in Jersey, 201, DEFCON 201. I was on one of their live streams they were doing the other night or the other day, and they had a couple of locksmiths on there from a panel they were talking about. To get the Lishy spaces in Oz. I can do quickset Lishy spaces. I've got ones for the quicksets, but I don't have ones for Lockwoods and stuff like that. But yeah, they were talking about their panel at MagFest, I believe it was, and they were talking to the locksmiths about this panel they had for the lockpicking bit. Hey Kurt, have a good day at work, mate. So yeah, we're talking about to locksmiths about this panel and stuff like that, and about their funny locksmith stories and stuff like that. And they asked if anyone else had any funny stories. And I'm like, as you mentioned it, last weekend on Sunday, they had. I don't know if I told you this in the live stream, but I don't even know if I did one last week. I've been that busy weeks, days just into each other. Actually, it was this Monday, so I don't think I've done a live stream this week, so I may have told you. So we're up at the fireworks at the lake on Sunday. Took the kids up there, we had a picnic dinner, and stuff like that. We kept away from everyone because they had live music. We were right over next to the lake. There's literally no one around us. Being COVID safe. And sitting there and we're having dinner and everything, and then overtime rates equals more toys. Exactly. Bloody Wi-Fi's playing up again. I wasn't going over to the public toilets because there's freaking massive ass queues and it's just lots of people there. I didn't want to do that. I'm like, Dana, where's your key? Grab her car key. I'm like, I'm going to spin home. She goes, grab your wallet while you're there. I'm like, alright. So I spin home and I'm driving as fast as I can in the speed limit. I get up to the front door, go to grab my keys out of my pocket, realise I don't have my fucking house keys on me. I called Dana, I'm like, my bag's sitting there, my EDC bag. She's like, yeah, my car keys are in it, or my house keys are in it. She goes, you gonna break in? I'm like, yeah. I need to. And I grabbed me covert instruments, covert companion out, and I grab out the rake, And I'm like, shit, I don't have my other keys with a tensioner on it. Like, bugger it. So I grabbed my business wallet out of my back pocket because, as you know, I carry 2 wallets, business one. And I'm like, Chaos card, that'll work. Got a tensioner on it. So I snap out the tensioner. I'm about to start picking the lock, and I'm like, what am I doing? Rule number 1, don't pick a lock that's in use. And I mean, yeah, if it's stuff up, it's my fault. I accept the responsibility and all that stuff. I'm like, by that, it's going to take too long. I'm like, what a freaking idiot. Why am I going for the most time-consuming method to get in the door? Like, I literally just snapped it out and I was about to. I'm like, this is all within, like, not even 30 seconds of it already. I'm like, screw this. And I looked and I'm like, no, that's just stupid. Why do that? It's going to take the most amount of time. So I grabbed my plastic shim out. Straight in the door, down to the latch, pulled the door in because I could hear that click so that the actual deadbolt jumped in. The dead latch or whatever you want to call it. Push, door opens. I mean, literally it took me like 30 seconds, not even, to get in, whereas picking the lock would have taken a bit longer. This is the most underestimated, underutilized pieces of freaking equipment you can carry on you every single bloody day. Carry one in your wallet. And if you don't have access to micro shims, if you don't actually spend the money on micro shims, then call Locksmith. No, I don't call Locksmith. Unless I really have to. When it comes to myself anyway. I know what I'm freaking doing. So, yeah, I'm like, honestly, if you don't have access to proper micro shims, 2-litre orange juice bottles work freaking amazing. And I'm going to start getting Dana to drink more. Put in that iconic deadbolt. Yeah, it'd be quicker to pick it than actually use one of these. No, that's not what they use on the front door. I don't know what ones they use here, but it looks like the iconics. I haven't actually gutted them. They're not plastic cores and they're not fishbone cores either. Or plastic Bibles. But honestly, hands down, get yourself some micro shims or orange juice bottles. Get your partner to drink orange juice. Keep one folded up, cut same size as business card, a little bit bigger, in your friggin' wallet, because you're not attacking the lock. You're not going to damage the lock itself because you're not trying to pick it. You're literally pushing a latch in. Carry one. If you don't, you're a bloody idiot. I'll just say that. It really is a useful piece of equipment. And yeah, a couple seconds, got into the house. Ran into the toilet, just made it in time. You know, I'm like, choose the path of less resistance. Why spend, why would I want to spend, and I'm freaking old on my stomach, a couple of minutes picking the lock or trying to rake the lock open, when the path of least resistance and the easiest thing to do would be to shim the freaking door. And it's a lot easier. So I just went straight for the shim. Talking to a mate of mine who's a locksmith, he turned around and said that his go-to for lockouts, when he does 98 or 99% of the lockouts he goes to and does, he goes straight for the shim. He doesn't bother picking the lock. If it's a lever handle with the old push buttons on the inside, he goes where you can actually pull down the door handle and you've got room to fit under door tool in. Under door tool. Or shim. These 2 tools, go-to tools for lockouts on residential. I have both pieces of equipment, but honestly, it takes up no room. It doesn't get set off by metal detectors. It's a piece of plastic in your friggin' wallet. You're stupid if you don't carry one, really, because honestly, it will get you out of a lot of trouble. Like, if you're at an emergency when you need to get into your house for toilet reasons, as the locksmith says, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, shimming it, definitely worth it. So yeah, it's literally like when locksmiths tell you it's their go-to, it really is their go-to. So, and it works. If it's not broken, why fix it? It's an old method, but honestly, there's so many doors that aren't installed correctly, or hardware's not installed correctly, that shimming is such a big possibility. If you can't fit a traveller's hook in, if it's not an external opening door, you can't fit a traveller's hook in, stuff like that. Plastic shim is going to do the exact same freaking thing. It's just a matter of pushing the latch in on it. And if it's not installed correctly, like a lot of the locks I come across, I'm just going to grab, because I think I've got some in here. Come on, open. That's what I'm after. Fix that up for a minute. Because yeah, a lot of them aren't installed correctly. You know, strike plates aren't right, and you know, literally like our one, I fixed the front door so that when it's shut, it sits with the actual dead latch pushed in. I ended up fixing our front door because it wasn't set right. It's now fixed. But if you really, and I mean really hard, with a lot of force, pull the front door in, I mean really pull it in. So if you pull the front door towards you, like if you're outside, really hard, you actually hear that dead latch click, and that allows you then to slip it. It's really, that's what, you know, I had to do. I fixed it so you couldn't shim, because that was engaged and you couldn't push the actual latch in. But I reefed on the freaking door handle. I'm pulling the front door until I heard that click, and then I shoved the shim in. So yeah, it can still be done, but that's because the strike plates they use on the doors are freaking horrible. There wasn't even actually one on the flywire here. I had to put a new strike plate in because there wasn't one at all. But I mean, like, you know, if this was correctly aligned and everything, so it all fit in perfect, you know, you shouldn't be able to push the friggin' latch in. But a lot of them aren't. And a lot of people, they don't believe the door's shut until they hear that good click, that second click, and then go, oh, now it's locked. It's not. You've literally just unlocked your door, allowed access to it by friggin', you know, it's not engaging properly. So, you know, another good way of actually beating this, and a good thing I didn't when I went out, I didn't lock the deadbolt. I only locked the handle. I didn't lock the deadbolt above it. Deadbolts can't be pushed in. They can't be shimmed and stuff like that. You literally have to pick them to get in. So a good thing I didn't actually lock that one. I just left the door handle lock. Usually I lock both, but for some reason this time I didn't. So it saved me a lot of trouble. And there's another one. Look, another spam freaking person. I thought it was just Tim that was getting them. Now I'm getting them. Woohoo! That must mean I'm good. So, yeah, honestly, keep a plastic shim. But sometimes I don't lock deadbolt. I normally do, but for some reason I didn't. Yes, I need moderators. I don't know how to set them up for live streams off my phone. So, yeah, usually I do, but for some reason I didn't, which was kind of a good thing. But always lock a deadbolt. The other thing is, don't keep the key for your deadbolt in. If you have a deadbolt on your house, like for example our house here, we have the front door and we have stained glass windows right next to it, which Don to tell you he's been in. So you literally have like front door, stained glass windows, deadbolt, handle. If you lock your deadbolt and go out and you leave the spare key like I do overnight. I leave mine in overnight. I know it's a bad habit, but so I can literally like lock it and unlock it because normally I lock it overnight, knock on the door in the morning with parcel delivery. I go and I just automatically unlock it. I don't have to try and find around look for keys. Same as thumb turns. That's the way I look at it. So never leave the key in the top because if you go out, you lock your deadbolt and you lock your handle. You go out. Someone's going to break into your house. They want to get in, kind of thing. It's easy for them to slip your latch, but if your deadbolt's locked and you leave the key sitting in there, troublemakers at school, we used to run up and down the hallways, the corridors of school. During lunchtime when all the doors were locked, we used to go in there and play hallway soccer, as we used to call it. We used to slip the latch to get in. Yeah, the old credit card style tricks. Everyone knows it. So it doesn't take crap from anyone. Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to talk, Dons. So, as I say, if you lock the deadbolt, leave your key in, and you go out. All they have to do is break the stained glass window right next to it, just a little bit to get their hand through and unlock it from the inside because you left the freaking thing in there. Set up moderators from your phone. I think it is in the dots on the side of someone's name. Let me have a look. I don't think it's on here. Let me check my settings, share my comments, live chat. I don't see it on here. Yeah. Moral story, don't leave keys in if you've got window next to your door because people can friggin' just unlock your door and then by sticking their hand through the window and using the key. Yeah. Which is weird. I'll have to look into that. I will look into it, so I've got moderators because, yeah, I know I'm one on Starry Locks Live, but I try and catch these whenever I can. Your internet is shit. Yes, our internet's playing up at the moment. I have no freaking idea why. I honestly don't. Videos aren't loading properly, uploading properly, the live streams keep glitching and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on at the moment. I'm going to call INET and find out because I'm not paying the amount I pay for super fast broadband, fibre optic or whatever I want to call it, for shit all friggin' internet connection. It's just terrible. It really is. So I'm going to be contacting INET. I might give them a call tomorrow, find out what the hell's going on. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this live one up. Someone in my area has a dealer. I was going to say it might be Dana. But, you know. I actually caught one of these. Hey, Cheerio! JFC. No, Satan. I actually got called a Satan worker last night at work by one of the residents. And I'm like, no, I'm not a Satan worker. Yes, you are. I'm like, no, I don't work for Satan. Yes, you do. I'm like, no, I don't believe in Satan. Why don't you believe in Satan? I'm like, because I'm an atheist. He goes, oh, you're Batman. I'm like, it's just true. I'm not going to lie, I'm an atheist. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this live up. There's just a quick random one since we've been out and let you know what's coming up. I'll upload a video after this of the new 20 volt mini grinder I picked up from Audi for when you need to get destructive, which is always fun. It's always fun cutting shit up, destroying shit. I've got a book safe coming up as well. I might do some videos if I can, maybe, possibly the rekey jobs next week, you know, being out in the field. 2 rekeys or key cut or impression or whatever it's going to be. The sight read and stuff like that. Some interesting stuff. Something different. Car key, hopefully some programming. But yeah, as for new products for the website, I'll try and get the space and depth keys up. But most of my time now, except for recording the videos for YouTube. So for my videos for YouTube, I try and get like 2 a week, maybe 3 a week if I can at the moment because of work and everything. But if they drop down to maybe 1 a week, it's because I am trying to record all the videos for the online courses. So I can get that, because that's my main focus now, is the online coursing for people, so they can actually do the course or start the course online, and it'll be, for example, like the beginner's course, the very, very early, first ever, lock picking for people. The absolute beginner's course, so something that's designed for like dons. So yeah, that's, it'll be similar to like my beginner series, but a hell of a lot more in detail, a lot more in depth. It'll be covering a lot more stuff. Really going through how the locks work and stuff like that. So it'll be like full on intro into lock sport, lock picking. So I'm gonna have to record all the videos for that, get everything going. Hey Pepe Le Moco or Moco, yeah. Every time I see Pepe Lee, I keep thinking Pepe Le Pew. I'm gonna have to ban you, DALP. Ban me from what? So yeah, the online courses is going to be like a full-on thing. Another one I wanted to do, also as I was saying, I think it was in live stream, the presentations. Another one I want to do is called Keys. Think about the name Keys, where we're going to look at keys, how they work, how they interact, and then all the ways we can defeat keys, or we can actually copy keys, I should say. So we're going to go into in-depth of codes, of casting, of decoding from photos, blind codes, actual key bitting codes stamped onto freaking keys, long-range photography to copy keys, sight reading for wafer locks to cut keys, impressioning. So we're going to, it'll be a course on all the bloody ways of copying keys that I can actually do and stuff like that. So it's going to be really freaking interesting, and, a course on that, but also a presentation kind of thing as well. So for, say, a security conference or something like that that's on, they can book it in, so do a whole presentation on, all the methods of, keys, and actually watch little videos and go through impressioning, go through key casting, go through decoding from photos, which is, as you know, one of my favourite things to do is take photos of people's keys and cut keys from the photos. Just be like, hey, like my sister when I copied her house key, took a cast of her key, only held of it for a couple of seconds, gave it back to her. A minute later, I'm like, oh, thanks for copying your key. Cut it on the key machine onto a real key. So the cast one, you can only use the cast one once, twice maybe, because they're soft. Copy it onto, or decode it, copy it onto a real key. I had a key to her house. Go up on the phone to her, speaker, driving up to her house, walk up the front door, open the front door, walk in. All done by casting the key. People don't realise I've got people at work, I keep telling them all the times, and I've said this in heaps of videos, they keep leaving their keys sitting around. Just sitting on the side in the office, and I'm like, don't leave your freaking keys laying around. They have them hanging off bloody neck chains. I'm like, don't leave your keys hanging around. Anywhere that anyone can clip a photo of your key, and, they're going to do it for criminal purposes like myself, not for criminal purposes like myself. Like myself, who does it just to show people, to train them and teach them and stuff like that. Never do anything illegal. But exactly, the bidding code stamped on it. That's what I was saying before. I got some keys down there with the actual bidding code. I think one of my house keys has the bidding code stamped on it, which also makes it helpful when you have to rekey it or repin it. If the key pins are worn down, the lock's still good, but the key pins are worn down, you're just like, 92751. Oh, okay, right, that's it, or even the blind codes. I got Instacode Live. I just type in the blind codes, and then comes up with, makes and models. So it's the code is like 745, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I type in 745, and it comes up with the different locks. I'm like, oh, it's a Lockton padlock. locked on padlock, and it's like, oh, there's your bidding code, there's what key blank to use, there's all the information you fucking need to cut the key. My bedroom key has a code on it. Yeah. So, yeah, so I tell people all the time, don't show your keys. And I actually sell a device to cover up your keys. It's literally, I just sell one for a single key. So a great thing to carry, which I have on one of my lots of keys, my important keys are kept in a key holder like the Covert Companion. A key holder like this, you can hide all your important keys in it, so that you can have it sit on the side, and unless someone actually pushes the key out and take a photo of it, they can't, because it's all hidden in. It's all... Actually, why is the travel took out? Oh, because I was using it. That makes sense now. Yeah, I carry all my important keys in something like that. Keeps it hidden, works great. But if you only carry one key or something like that, and Pocket Woman, I know she just bought one. A great little tool to have is a little key cover multi-tool. Why the internet's playing up again? It's going to pause for a second. Cut. Yep. So yeah, a key cover like that, where it actually covers the bidding, so you can just pull it out. There's your bidding, you cover it with one of them. Got multi-tools, bottle opener. Most important thing on this, comes in handy, it's the bottle opener. Got it from my house here. Exactly. Just covers your key like that. You can have it sitting around, hanging. You can't see. I've moved some of the other keys out the way. You can't see what the bidding is. It just hides it compared to the others. These are all master keys anyway, so they just aren't important ones. But yeah, just covers it. It makes sense. It's security. Yeah, I've got a few others too. Yeah, I sell them. I actually sell these now because of it's such a weakness that people don't think of. If you actually, a lot of locks you can buy codes. You can see the codes on locks, they have them stamped on there. It's great for rekeying, or if you have to cut a key for locksmiths and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, blind codes are fantastic, but the downside to blind codes is that if you have the knowledge or the ability to look them up, and then you can actually cut a key to code looking up the blind codes. It's great for that fact that you can cut a key for it, but it tells you what they are. But as I say, the stuff that I teach people, the stuff that I train people in, stuff that I explain and exploit and stuff, criminals don't do that shit. You never really hear of criminals, working out the blind codes for locks and cutting keys to them. They're more about smash and grab and opportunity. For example, I haven't uploaded this video yet. I'm going to show you now a little sneak peek of it quickly before I wrap up my live stream. So I bought a yeah, I'm not crazy. My mum had me tested. I bought a book safe. This is what I got from Audi. I'm going to do the video will be coming up this weekend or this week, next week, something like that. It's literally a book safe. And it states in the actual information booklet on it, which I think I threw out because I don't need it. Oh no, it's over there. It's saying you have to prove, it's got a key code written on the lock. You can't really, you can kind of see it just here. Little key code right on the side here. And the keys for it are in here, and it's locked. So in the actual information booklet on the book safe, which I can tell you now isn't fucking safe, it states that if you lose the keys or you need to get keys cut for this, you have to contact the manufacturer who makes it, Honeywell. You have to give them the code that is written for the keys. You then also have to provide proof that it is yours by your original purchase receipt with dates and all this information on it. Because you cannot get keys cut anywhere else. That's what they're saying. You can't get keys cut anywhere else. It has to be made by the manufacturer for this lock. You have to have all this proof to state that it's yours. right, to prove that the actual device is yours, to be able to get a key cut for it to code. So, yeah, I probably can't look up the codes for this. I probably can't look up the blind code. I haven't tried it because I haven't I haven't set up my Instacode Live again. I'll pay it when I need it. So I'm not really just going to spend $10 for a month. Well, it's a bit more than that, just to look up one code. If I'm doing like a couple of that I've got to do, then I'll pay for it. But I'm not just going to waste $10 on something I'm not going to use for a month. So I probably couldn't really look up the codes. There is a possibility if they're on there, but if you already have the key, you can actually duplicate the key, and it's not like it's a very hard key blank to get at all. Mucking around with it, and I'm like, I wonder, because I bought ages ago, as you know, I bought the A711s, or I'm not going to be the key here, A177 key blanks, these weird key blanks. I bought them because I saw them, and I had no freaking idea what they were for. I just wanted to get some, because I thought, oh, they're wafer locks. Maybe they fit in some of the wafer locks that I've got, but they don't. And they're not the exact wafer lock key. They're not the proper one for the key safe. But I was looking at them, I'm like, I wonder. A slight little modification to this. The only modification being when you cut or duplicate the key, it's a little bit shorter. So the original keys are a little bit shorter than this. So you just have to grind the top off, make it the right shape. Just a fraction. So that's, yeah, you don't have to take a whole lot off. If I line them up together, you can see you don't have to take a whole lot off, just a little bit. So I literally copy the keys onto these cheap ones, and I mean, yeah, they're not the proper keys, but that's the proper keys for it. Just there. Oh, because I was looking at the profile. These ones are a little bit wider. Like the profile's a little bit more snakied, a little bit deeper in the valleys than this, but it works. Like, literally, it works just like the original body key. But mind you, it literally takes you a second to open this with a pick. Quite literally. So yeah, I already had them myself for like $8. I'll do a whole video on it, but I've actually PickPal shared my video on Instagram of me defeating that in like a second. PickPal's actually shared it up on Instagram. But yeah, so I actually found a use for these cheap freaking Jinkun bloody keys that I had no idea what they were for. I only had some Honeywell cash boxes the other day. Do you know if they're any good? No, I actually don't. I haven't played with their cash boxes. That's the first one I've actually bought from Audi. I looked at their padlocks and stuff they had, but honestly, if their padlocks are anything like the other devices I've bought from Audi, like the Caravan Anti-Theft Kit, which I've done a video on, which literally all the locks took me a second to open. One of them, you don't even need an actual proper lockpick to open it. Well, actually, none of them you do, but like this one here is from the anti-theft kit. You don't even need an actual pick to open it. You just need like a broken piece of metal to go in, and you can jiggle it around and actually get it open, kind of thing. So yeah, they're not secure at all, and I'm guessing their cash boxes are exactly the same. I mean, I've got a cash box that I use at the markets, but I never leave it out of my sight. And it is always literally on hand, and I always have someone there, so it doesn't matter if it's not secure, because it doesn't go freaking anywhere. It stays with me. And again, that's a I need to add some more money to it because it's running out. So I've taken notes out to buy products and gold coins. Yep. So I've got to stock it up. But this is only a cheap little money box that literally has like a really terrible freaking key. Takes nothing to open it. But a reason why I don't mind having this as a money box when I go and do markets is because it's literally in front of me. I have my hand on it. Or it's at the back of my tent kind of thing, at the back of my gazebo. So that I can actually access it right next to my key machines, right next to me. It's, yeah. I mean, if I was to walk off and leave it, no way on earth would I use one of these. Not just because someone can grab it and walk off with it, but because it's a wafer lock and it's a piece of piss to defeat. I could probably actually, it might be a little bit too long. I could probably replace it with like a tubular lock if I can get a smaller one, but honestly it's not worth it. So when it comes to money boxes or cash boxes like this, if you've got it on hand all the time, you're not going to leave it out of your sight, then don't worry about if it's a high quality one, because you're just going to have it. People are overrated, exactly. You're just going to have it on you. It's in reach. No one's going to run off with it. But if you were to, say for example, have it sitting over here on something and you're over here doing work kind of thing and you can't keep an eye on it all the time or have it with you, or you have to run off to the toilet or something and leave it, it's not secure. It really isn't. So, you know, it's not a secure device, it's not a safe, it's not built to last a long time. It's just literally something to keep money organised and to stop somebody else that's unauthorised at that point in time from quickly getting access to it. You know, if you're sharing a market store or someone kind of thing. Or stop Blaze from taking money out of it to go buy crystals. So yeah, you know, it's all about your situation you're in and stuff like that. So yeah, honestly, I don't know about the Audi cash boxes. I might buy one and test it. But literally, they're not built for security. It's a cash box. It's used for being on your person, in your hand. If I was to, for example, if I was at the market and I had to go off for a second, grab a drink, and there's no one else watching my stall for a second, that I'd put in my car and lock the car. Have the security alarm on the car. Then it's more secure. I mean, no one's going to walk off from your freaking key cutting machines. That's a bit too bulky and hard for them to just pick up and walk off with straight away. But a money box is a lot easier to take. But the good thing is, I won't do a market unless there's minimum of 2 of us there. Myself and Blaze. Or even the kids. So that I can go, oh, can you watch out for a second while I run to the toilet, or go and grab a drink for you? You know, there's always someone watching it. So it's always under supervision. It's always under, you know. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully some interesting videos coming up, the rekeys and some more lock work, which I'm really excited about. I know, as I was saying earlier, locksmiths are probably like, oh, those rekey jobs, they're not that good. Once you've done one, you've done them all. But for me, you know, starting this business and building it up and everything, like, I'm really excited about rekeying jobs. So yes, that I am looking forward to. I think, as we said, like 2 house locks and a wide, probably like front door. I think it's the front door, the back door, and the, you said the flywire door, or the metal door at the front, screen door. Which I'm like, oh, screen doors usually wafer locks. And he goes, it's all keyed to the same. And I'm like, oh, it might be a Euro lock. For some reason they might put a Euro lock in there kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, I could probably rekey it. Hopefully I can rekey it. I can rekey it. Yeah, I'm going to say I can rekey it. Just, yeah, it's a bit weird to see. Oh, digital touchpad. I didn't know that. I might actually have a look then. See if we can find a way to exploit it. That'll be interesting. I might do that, depending on the price. Since I'm spending money on other stuff. So yeah, that should be interesting. And it'll be interesting to see what one they actually use in the flywire, because most of the flywires I come across are wafer locks. Double-sided wafer locks. For example, I've got one sitting right down here. That is out of a flywire door. It's a wafer lock. One on our front door is a wafer lock. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind it is. But anyway, rekey jobs, bit of fun. Hopefully be able to make some more money and start building up this business more. The lectures I'll get done, courses I'll get done, testing new products, buying new products, making new products for everyone. Yeah, I had a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna head to bed since it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here now. I've got work tomorrow, my day job tomorrow. So anyway, thanks all for joining, staying around and checking out all the stuff that they've got going on at the moment. Stay tuned because as soon as I get off this, I am going to upload the video on the portable grinder. So you just can check that out from Audi. I picked up for like $50, which is, even if it's like only last handful of times, it's that price is worth it. And yeah, have a good one. Stay safe. Keep it bloody legal. Stay tuned for lots of interesting stuff coming up. Hopefully some more lock work for everyone. Well, for me to be able to share with you all. And yeah, some interesting stuff. So till next time. Cheers guys. Have a good one.